So Trump through an executive order, signed a deferral of payroll taxes. I'm going to explain to you now why this is a fallacious promise and a very, very dangerous promise. First, we won't even go into the constitutionality of it because taxes are run through Congress. Congress has the power of the purse. It is one of the enumerated powers in the Constitution. The executive is not in charge of money of the United States for a very good reason, because they are not a king, correct? Or a monarch, I should say. So, we won't even go to the constitutionality of it. But we are going to look at how this is just going to create problems later on. So, when you get paid, you pay a certain portion of your tax into Social Security / Medicare. You pay normally around 7.5%, and your boss pays 7.5%. And that goes into a lockbox for the current beneficiaries of Social Security / Medicare, one of the most successful programs ever in the federal government that has kept millions upon millions of people out of destitute poverty, meaning living on the streets, begging for food poverty, especially our seniors. So you pay some of those taxes, right? Then, yeah, you pay local taxes or whatever. Then you pay a federal tax as well, your federal taxes, correct? And your federal taxes go for the general running of the federal government. That's your your defense, your state departments, all those other good things, right? So what Trump is trying to say is he's going to do away with this tax. So he's going to give it back to you over here. But what happens is that this program still needs to pay out to all its beneficiaries, mandated by Congress. So what happens is that now the federal taxes that are part of the general layouts now have to pay for the Social Security / Medicare that now is not being supported by you or your boss, because those taxes are now over here. So now what happens is the federal government pays out your Social Security through taxes and Medicare through taxes. And how does it do it? It runs a deficit. And that deficit, in turn, raises the debt, which in turn raises interest on debt. So it's like you paying on a credit card. You're going to have to pay more later for the cash that you're getting now. Never mind the fact that he is not giving you this. So this is not money that you have. You're going to owe this money later on. So you're going to have to put it back in 2021. So you're not, in essence, getting anything, because at the end of the day, you're adding more interest onto your credit card that you're going to have to pay. So this is really, really bad, especially when you think that we still have how many months left through the year. So for what? August, September, October, November, December, no one's going to pay into Social Security. It's going to create a $1 trillion hole in Social Security / Medicare for the next 5 months that eventually will have to be paid back with interest. So we're not gaining anything by doing this shell game.